Hey, Knight. Just one sec. Close that. Close that. Post. Boop. Boop. Alrighty, let's get some lo-fi up here, so that way we have background music at least. Hey man, hope you're doing well. Would just like to thank you for getting me into the books. I finished the Dante series, Dark Imperium series, and on the second book in the Horus Heresy. I'm glad. Hope you enjoy it. There we go. Now we got some relaxing lo-fi up there. I listened to say that. Yeah, Erebus is he's a fucking character. Holy shit, is he a character. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy, chat. This is quite the day. Tomorrow is, well, tonight, at least for me, tomorrow for the UK, tomorrow is the release of Emperor's Children, yes. The Servants of Slanesh box. Ooh, 32 model, well, not 32, 33 models in total. 20 of their most basic infantry, and 12 noise marines. Ooh, and a Lord Exultant. Ooh, such good stuff coming. You know the good shit. You know the good shit. They beg for sounds. Oh, yes. They heavily beg for sound, you know? But yeah, we're just going to wait for a lot more people to come in. Hopefully people come in. I know I've been pretty dead lately. How am I? I'm exhausted. I'm very tired. I'm drained, but like, you know what? The work doesn't stop. Neither do I. I don't have my water. There is a video coming out tomorrow, though, luckily. I didn't have time to post it on Patreon. But I promise that you guys will be getting Patreon video as soon as possible. And the next video is going to be the 40k tournament that I played at for a locals here. It wasn't huge. It was only 8 people. But, yeah, it's another one of those tournament videos that I made. So, hopefully, you guys can enjoy that. and Edmonton tournament if I can get in, because tickets open up for that tomorrow for me at 9 a.m. Hopefully I can secure a ticket. If I can't, oh boy, it's gonna be a hard time. But yeah, I'm currently alive. Don't worry. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. I also did start pretty late, and I'm sorry about that. Just gonna announce in the general chat too, just in case.
I can smell you.
Oh, they came in together.
What?
You both came in at the same time.
Oh.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Do I like
Hi.
Sonic lore? I know Sonic lore. Sonic lore is varying quality. If you're going to ask me about the Archie comics, if you thought 40K was complicated, Archie comics Sonic was even more complicated than that.
I know its fans are absolutely feral.
Double joke, double meaning there.
I think there was also a version of this. There's also a version of the Sonic comics that, as far as I'm aware, were Europe only, and the UK. So yeah, like we have like our own like whole like side of like Sonic lore. It's weird.
Holy fuck. Okay. I'm talking about game lore, but both are good in my eyes. Only played Adventure. Who this? No, I've straightforward. Unless you're playing Sonic 06, which in that case, thank God it retconned itself out of existence. Which is just like, then why the fuck are we even here?
Are we talking about the actual game or the creepypasta?
I was gonna say, is Sonic 06 the one where they gave him a love interest that was like a actual human person?
A 16-year-old girl? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And yes, she does kiss his corpse. We don't like to talk about it, says Sega.
Yeah, Sega wants you to forget about that. I had a very interesting conversation with ChatGPT today.
Why were you talking to ChatGPT? Why were you using that shit?
I use it to like answer questions I don't feel like going on Google about.
That's a terrible idea. You're probably misinformed more.
I was actually asking it about Heinkel, about philosophy. And it gave interesting responses.
Were they right, or were they completely...
They were right responses. In the context of Heinkel and thesis, antithesis, and his whole perspective on like human thought and everything. You just have to know how to phrase questions to get it to answer in specific ways.
Alright. I just wouldn't use it, period, but that's just me. Because it's absolute garbage.
Well, as long as you know it's a machine learning algorithm and not actual AI, I feel like fuck it, go use it if you want to.
I think it's just a big scam in general. Anyway, we're not here to argue about that.
Yeah,
I can't wait till the AI singularity.
I
I
can't.
was gonna say, yeah, tech people really don't like when you basically say, so it's basically just the same as predictive text.
I mean, that is... Don't even call them AI. It's not AI. It's fucking data stacks of stolen shit.
It's machine learning. It's literally all it does is looks at piles of information, takes it, rewords it, and spits it out at you in a way that it knows you like, because it's been gathering information on you.
Yeah,
So it's a word calculator.
Basically.
Christ, I know a lot of people are like probably mad at me right now, but I'm just like, fuck.
I'm not.
I fucking hate this. I fucking hate tech bros. I fucking hate all this garbage tech industry bullshit. That's just speculation. Fucking hate it.
It's the whole bodega box thing. Like, it's a vending machine. You invented a vending machine. Well done.
I, for one, can't wait for the singularity.
Why are you waiting for the singularity?
Because I think it's going to massively improve our lives.
I don't trust the people in charge of that right now.
Well, my logic is so the people who think it's going to be Terminator are dumb and fucking idiots.
I'm not expecting Terminator. I'm expecting an AI is going to glitch up and then someone's going to nuke themselves by accident.
Maybe.
That's what I think.
But
it's not malicious. A computer cannot be malicious. Literally. It is incapable of such a thing.
Yet.
If we somehow program a computer to be malicious, I think we deserve to die. Just saying.
We managed to program Google. We managed to program Google to be racist.
The whole Terminator logic is it's not malicious. It comes to the conclusion that humanity is irrelevant.
It's not even that. They explain it in one of the tie-ins. Skynet straight, and its core programming is to prevent war, and it determines that the common factor in all wars is humanity existing.
Yeah, it's as
Which
long as
is
there is
dumb.
self-interest and personal gain, that's the idea.
No, it's not even that. It's that it literally just does the thing of like it does that thing of like, what is the common factor in basically all wars? People. So I will remove the people.
My logic is that it's never gonna come to that conclusion. Any singularity AI is never gonna come to that conclusion.
So
because that's gonna be hugely inefficient and a waste of resources. Better to just learn to work around humanity.
So, for those that don't know, a singularity is when an AI actually gains consciousness. At least that's the running theory, and that's very dumbed down. Very dumbed down.
Is it not essentially that it is when we develop a machine that can, independent of human input, create a subsequent machine which is more advanced than itself?
Yeah.
Well,
I believe.
There's also that, but it's also an AI that would also be able to edit its own code to be able to react to different situations without any human input, and also able to make its own decisions without any human input.
Now,
which none of them can do currently.
I want to make something abundantly clear.
Decades away from that.
I want to make something abundantly clear. I am not against machines doing extremely dangerous jobs for us. I do not want a human being going into a nuclear reactor when we don't have to. I think menial jobs like cleaning my house, if it makes a human's life easier and doesn't take away from us being human, I'm fully down with robots, okay?
Like, even though I know it's probably not going to happen, I want the Star Trek Federation timeline. Like, I want it. Like, if a human works, if a human works, it's because they want to, not because they have to.
Yes. I am.
Mhm.
That is the dream utopia that everyone
Yeah.
wants. Aside from dickheads like Elon Musk.
I mean, that being said, if we are having robots whose purpose humans with, can we also not make them sapient in that regard?
Oh, in that case, I do not want my Roomba being able to philosophize. You know, I think that's a stupid
Roomba
idea.
has a gun.
The Roomba's got a knife. wakes up at like 2 a.m. to the sound of her beside your head. It's the Roomba. It's made a mechanical arm. It's slitting your throat.
As it displays holographic text, why do you make me suffer, Father?
What is my purpose?
Your purpose is to make butter. Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, I'm not entirely against this kind of innovation. This kind of thing, like, there is such thing as good innovation. I just, A, don't trust the people currently doing it, because A, they're not doing innovation. They're just a bunch of profit-seeking fucking nut jobs, and B, they're rushing it. It's not good. It's not a good product.
It's not.
No.
ChatGPT should not be learning from 4chan, is what I'm trying to say.
I am never gonna pay.
No
for
one should be
ChatGPT.
learning from 4chan.
But programs like ChatGPT does allow us to learn a lot about how to get to AI.
I wouldn't even go that far, genuinely. In my opinion, I wouldn't go that far. It's...
I respect your opinion. I disagree.
I hear what you're saying, and boss, I hear what you're saying. I'm listening. I understand. I think you're a fucking idiot, boss. They fucking corrupted Pepe the Frog. No, that was people being stupid and handing the frog to them.
What?
It's the whole stupid thing of like, oh, the internet handed the Nazis Pepe the Frog.
But no, they took it.
Yeah, you take it
so
back by
confused
using
right now.
It's stupid. It's the internet.
It's
People
the
need to
same-
touch fucking grass.
It's the same as the Buddhist peace symbol. And
Oh,
Like,
I had
yeah,
a conversation about this with Shadow. Interrupted it.
yeah, and like the
And you can
like,
say,
like,
"Oh yeah, it's the symbol for peace," all you want, but that's no longer what it means anymore.
yeah, and that's why there are Scandinavian groups specifically dedicated to attempting to spread information and like actual history of like the history of like the Scandinavian people and their language and their culture to get away from the neo-Nazi stuff, like and to to try to retake the symbols, like reclaim the symbols that were appropriated from them.
And that's actually one of the things that, because paganism has been seeing a resurgence in the last few years, especially Norse paganism, and that's a lot of people will see that and like, oh, they're Nazis. They immediately go to that. It's like, no, we're not.
Yeah, no, it's I've had friends who are like, it's not a Nazi symbol, and I'm like, but I've seen it before, and they're like, no, it's not. This is the actual fucking symbol.
And the best one is the rune ring that a lot of the Nazis use. Like the it's, you know, you've seen it's the circle with the runes on it.
Yeah.
And the cross in the middle.
Yep.
Or the sort of the many pointed cross in the middle. Yeah, that's an alphabet. That's like having the alphabet tattooed on you.
Yeah, it's the runic alphabet. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not a it's a symbol of this. No, that's like what they would give to a child to teach them runes.
So when you're wearing
getting
it, you
off
pretty
this
much
super
know-
depressing subject.
Getting off this super depressing subject. Let's talk about another super depressing subject.
Oh, I was gonna give you a fun facts with TCOM. The Norse originally believed that only women should learn math because math was witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
We need GI Robot. Oh, I'm down with that idea.
I love GI Robot and Creature Commandos. Oh my god, he's the best boy.
Does he? I.
The room full of Nazis? Yes. It's a hilarious scene. Basically, the guy brings them into the meeting. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, but they're talking about like, oh hey, yeah, we're socialists and stuff like that, because that was the actual name for the Nazi Party, the National Socialists, even though they weren't socialists at all.
Oh yeah.
Had
a few arguments about that one.
And basically, they're talking about that, and GI Robot's just looking around. He's like, seems really weird. And then they reveal their flag, and it's the swastika. He's like, Nazis. And just stands up and just starts mowing everyone down.
Okay, but back on actual topic here. Welcome everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry for the depressing start about like AI and shit. But hey, the new Nachmund
Planet
book
Planet Killers and Night Lords.
Yep, Night Lords, Planet Killer, everything.
Slam it into the planet.
No, he doesn't even. You know what? They bring it in and they don't use it.
Bullshit.
No, seriously. Beginning of the book is basically a conversation between Harkin and Abaddon, where Harkin's basically telling him, like, yes, my lord, the Nachmund Gauntlet is falling to your forces at an accelerated pace. What should I do about, like, Vigilus and stuff like that? And Abaddon just says, Vigilus is gonna fall anyway, so stop worrying about it. Like, it's well on its way. Hey, just go focus on entering Imperial Sanctus, I guess. Oh, by the way, here's a ship. It's the fucking Planet Killer.
Goddamn cock teases.
It's Planet Killer, which, for those that don't know, appeared in Gothic War, which was the 12th Black Crusade.
And
my favorite Black Crusade.
And was set up as like one of the Chekhov guns for how he was going to deal with Cadia.
And they just ran a Blackstone Fortress into it. Good job, everybody! We had a Death Star, and we didn't use it.
Ramming a ship into a planet to win the war is pretty on theme.
Well, it's also because this is actually background for 13th Black Crusade. During the original Eye of Terror campaign, they ran games of Battlefleet Gothic that would affect the outcome of it. And the Imperial players were just way better at Battlefleet Gothic than the Chaos ones. And they tallied up at the end of it, like how many times was the Planet Killer used successfully during those games, and it wasn't. So it was written into the background that Abaddon was never able to get it into position to use its Armageddon gun.
Oh,
well,
fuck.
Arcadia.
To be fair, for Battlefleet Gothic, the rules heavily favored Imperial players.
Oh yeah,
100%. So, chat, I wasn't there.
It's why I wanted a new edition before they canceled it.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for Battlefleet Gothic days. I wasn't there for, like, the 12th Black Crusade campaign.
I want it back. I want Battlefleet Gothic back.
They released a rule set right before they cancelled it called Armada, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like revised.
It's the same rule set that the video games are based off of.
Yeah, it's revised. It's pretty decent. I want it with the new stuff. I want it with new stuff, basically. I want it to be able to fight battles in the Nachmund Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's actually really something to bring up here. There is so many fleet battles regarding Nachmund Gauntlet. It is nothing but fleet battles. The last 4 pages of the fluff side of this book are just a ground battle. But that's one ground battle out of the rest of the book being about fleet battles.
I think it would have been a great... Actually, they might be testing the waters to bring back Gothic.
they might,
or just Battle Fleet, because it's not going to be. Gothic,
it's not going to be Battlefleet Gothic, but you know what I mean, like ship versus ship fleet battles.
But
they might be testing the waters for that.
So hey, Aramis. So what are the main plot points of this book, essentially? Well, the book ends with Harkin reaching Imperial Sanctus, but he's been getting slowly bled dry by the Loyalist forces. He's beating them handily, I'll tell you that much. Like, every time, like, the Imperials think they're getting a fucking edge on them, Harkin's just like, nope, I have a contingency plan. I have a contingency plan. I have a contingency plan. It's nothing but contingencies. And he's reached a point now where he has to make bad deals with demons to get where he needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
And, who? Ooh, shit. So many gifted subs. Holy shit. T-Com, thank you. But,
so I'm slightly fuzzy on the time frame of this one, because I skimmed the fluff bit. Am I right in thinking this is either concurrent with Arcs of Omen or just after Arcs of Omen?
This is after Arcs of Omen, very clearly.
Yeah. Okay. Because the start of Arcs of Omen was Abaddon having withdrawn from the first Battle of Vigilus. Like, because the Vengeful Spirit was damaged in that campaign, I believe.
Yeah, the Vengeful Spirit was damaged during his battle with Calgar, and Harkin told Abaddon that, hey, the Vengeful Spirit's under attack, it's taking a lot of fire, the commander aboard the ship is planning to flee the battle. So Abaddon had to spare Marnius Calgar's life, and then just fuck off. Which is just like, okay, why didn't you kill him when you had the chance? Right?
Because we really like selling this model.
Yeah. He makes us a lot of money.
Now that the more she fights, the more she pops up, the harder it is to manifest. Because the Nachmund gauntlet is essentially fucked now. Now, this is the confusing part, because from this book's perspective, it reads like Harkin is steamrolling everybody, but then you read everything else around it, and you're like, okay, but the entrance at Imperial Nihilus is secure, and the entrance at Imperial Sanctus, although under attack and very much Acadia now, is still secure. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a little confusing, in my opinion, because I'm sitting here like, okay, so this entire book takes place over the battle of, what's the planet called again? I have the book right here in front of me. Sanguiterra. This battle just takes place over Sanguiterra, which is a planet and a moon. And that's it. That's literally it. Which is just like, I don't know what to do here, because we have Planet Killer, but he doesn't use Planet Killer on Sanguiterra. Mm-hmm. He just like hangs out in orbit between, like, makes a straight line between the moon and Sanguiterra with Planet Killer. That's all he does. And then he goes down to the planet, fights Celestine for like a minute, and then fucks off back to Planet Killer. I'm sorry, I wish I could tell you more happened in this book, but like, not a lot did.
Also, can they change the name of the war? Because it's confusing.
What's confusing about the name of the war?
They called it War of Beasts. War of Beasts, War of the Beast. Very similar.
Yeah.
This one is the War of Beasts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the War of the Beasts was because Vigilus was under attack by fucking orcs, Gene Stealer cults, and a third faction. And
war as well.
Yeah. By the way, I have a Harkin World Claimer model, and he cannot hit shit. Every time I run this model, he just can't hit fuck all. It makes me so sad. Because I really like Harkin's model.
Maybe that's why he's not firing the World Killer, the Planet Killer.
He can't hit shit. Fire World Killer rolls a 1. Damn it!
Just
Oh no, it's even
snap.
better. You know what the main weapon of the Planet Killer is called?
It's fuck, what was it called?
It's the Armageddon Battery.
That's dumb.
It's like, yeah, yes.
That is so dumb.
It sucks because like there's this really cool picture of the ship in the book.
Mm.
Yeah, you posted that the other day.
Yeah, I posted it in the Discord. I think Planet Killer looks sick.
Yeah, it's almost like you want to get people hyped up for like some sort of spaceship game that you don't make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have so there is a few though interesting tidbits about how the Great Rift works. And I really like this tidbit of fluff that we got. The the Great Rift is like an ocean. It recedes and then it like expands and then it recedes again. Not growing bigger, mind you. Like it has a clear point where it stops and then it goes back. Sanguiterra is one of those worlds where everyone thought like, oh yeah, no, Sanguiterra is like right beside it, but it's fine. And then that's when they learned, oh no, this shit expands and then recedes. Because Sanguiterra's moon got absorbed into the Nachmund, got absorbed into the Great Rift, and became a demon world. And no one's allowed to go on the moon.
Wait, isn't the only reason why Sanguiterra isn't consumed because of all the Blackstone on it?
No, Sanguiterra doesn't have any Blackstone on it, from what I understand. They don't mention it at all in this book.
I have the Lexicanum page right here on the planet.
If it does, then I probably missed it somewhere along the line.
Like, if it's involving the warp at the moment, it's probably going to involve Blackstone, because that is now their magic do anything material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is home to large amounts of Blackstone, which stabilizes the gauntlet.
Good to
Which
know.
is why the gauntlet is there. It's
Yeah, and that's gone now. So thanks for that. I feel like we wasted a lot of time here. But, yeah, so that was a really fun thing to learn, is that the Great Rift isn't just there for aesthetic, it actually does do shit. Aside from, like, split the galaxy in half. Like, it actually is a moving thing. Which I appreciate. But we also get the fact of how Harkin's campaign is going. So he reports to Abaddon that, like, everything's going fine, but his strategy involves not picking off each and every planet within the gauntlet. He's kind of just, like, going to a place, leaving some guys there, and then jumping ahead. And doesn't even bother picking off any last resistance of any forces around the area. He's just kind of like doing a Horus strategy where like he's burning through everything he can.
Just beelining it for the objective.
Yeah, and that bit Horus in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, as my good co-host Will here said, Harkin feels like a mix of Soundwave and Starscream. G1, Soundwave and Starscream. He has the loyalty of Soundwave, but the utter fucking stupidity of Starscream. He's leaving massive holes where he really shouldn't be.
Like, he is very much a character that seems to have been invented because they've realized they can't. That, like, the Abaddon has to win when he's involved, so they need other Chaos Warlords who can fail.
Deeply misogynist. Is fucking Starscream misogynist?
I don't remember if he is.
I mean, I believe so, yeah, I think he is, yeah. Like,
Well, he's a sniveling coward in G1, so... Par for the course, I guess.
I think he, like, at one point is, like, massively dismissive of, like, RC and stuff like that, and, like, oh, they can't do anything because they're a woman, like, kind of...
Well, aside from, like, the few lore tidbits of the forces of chaos are now in Imperial Sanctus, through the Nachmund Gauntlet. That's pretty much everything.
I mean, yeah, it advances the storyline about as much as Pariah Nexus did for the Necrons.
Yeah,
it's not much.
It's not much. These books are about like single major battles that happened within that campaign. So like the Battle of Sanguiterra was like this battle leads to this one that leads to the greater conflict of Sanguiterra, and then this was the fate of Sanguiterra of the Nachmund Gauntlet campaign. Otherwise, like, we have like a million other stories, and the book does say that like the entire entrance from Imperial Sanctus into the Nachmund Gauntlet is being reinforced. And it like the book ends with Harkin going back to a character that we thought probably died in the last Nachmund Gauntlet book. I think it was like Vigilus Alone or Vigilus. Was it Vigilus Alone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, how Vigilus Alone ends is that the admiral in charge of the fleet.
Wait.
Uh.
Yeah. There's War of Nightmares Phase 3, and then Vigilus Alone. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it ends with the admiral in charge of the fleet inside the Nachmund Gauntlet, trying a desperate counterattack against Harkin's forces, doing pretty solid damage against his fleet, but then like her fleet gets torn apart and she's captured by Harkin, and it's left ambiguous if he's going to kill her or not. We got the answer. He pulled a Night Lord on her. He didn't kill her, but she is, let's just say, not there mentally anymore. Like, putting it kindly. The inner machinations of her mind now are an enigma. Spill milk. But it is said by Harkin that he is going to use whatever is left of her mind for each Imperial Sanctus High Command. At least at the entrance of the Nachmund Gauntlet. And that's how the book ends. Like, that's how it ends. Because he's just like, yeah, no, I had to burn through so much resources just to fucking enter Imperial Sanctus. This was insane. Like, if you are in a good strategic position, you are not using captured enemy vessels to distract people, is kind of the thing that's going on here.
To answer your question, as far as Harkon Worldclaimer, we don't know anything about him prior to the first Vigilus campaign. He was invented for that campaign, and hasn't appeared in anything set prior to that. His
backstory is that he has been around for a long time. It's just that it's never been confirmed if he's been around since the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
Like, he's been around the block. Like, he's read the entirety of the Book of Lorgar. He's read all the transcripts of how to torture people from Conrad Kurz, that kind of thing. But it's very much implied that these were after things that he read.
Yes, it's stated he has read the Book of Magnus at the cost of his sanity, which is like, well, that's wonderful.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to be led by an insane person. You know what? Maybe that's why he can't hit shit. The guy can't figure out where the fuck everything is. But
he keeps saying Horus.
But yeah, Harkin. There's just nothing on the guy.
Yeah, literally on his Lexicanum page, there is nothing on his history before the Gauntlet.
Yeah, he is the Chaos Lord of the Gauntlet campaign. That's it.
Yeah.
He's just your mustache twirling villain of the week. Where
they needed to give Abaddon essentially a Calgar. If Abaddon was going to be essentially Gilliman.
Yeah.
For Chaos.
And when he stops being useful, they'll just kill his model line and go from there. Which, again, I'm just saying, you should have made him a Night Lord. Just saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Raptor captain, so.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Speaking of Raptors and being Night Lords, the art in this book is interesting.
Oh yeah, we got like tons of art of like
Really good art too.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
We got arts of like nebulas, of the warp, new star maps. Like we actually have a charted course through the Nachmund Gauntlet now, which is really cool. We have an Imperial timeline again. The last thing,
and a new dating system.
Yeah, the new dating system.
It's so bad.
Oh, it is. Well, thank you, Gullyman, for that.
It actually doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, even Gullyman's aides are just like, sir, this doesn't fucking work. Or, what do you mean?
Trying the best I can, okay?
I'm a politician, not a numbers guy.
But our previous system actually kind of worked. It's just that one part of it was a best guess, because we're talking about communication through a thing that is literally hell.
Like, there's this really cool picture of, you can clearly see Celestine in the background as, like, this glowing angel, as, like, squads of raptors are, like, flying through the city. It's really cool. I can't show you it because I don't know how GW will act if I show pictures on stream.
For those of you in the Discord, I just posted the subsector map that they have in the book.
Yeah, let's go.
The thing I would draw people's attention to, I believe it's the front cover of the book as well.
Yeah.
The Night Lords Raptors in that. Those jetpacks are interesting.
Oh yeah,
Very interesting.
The square, like the fucking diamond, like not diamond, pyramid shaped. I'm gonna say.
The 30k Heresy Night Lords jump packs, which is what those are. The 30k stuff that they don't usually let cross over with the 40k stuff.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen Harkin's model?
Yeah.
Yeah, I own it, so I should know.
What you want to know what's very interesting about his model?
Mm-hmm.
Look at his spear.
Mm-hmm.
What about the spear?
What's on the spear?
Baby
What's
heads?
written on the spear? It's Eldar writing.
Oh, right. Shit. I didn't even notice that. Fuck.
Yeah, people speculate that he has one of the Crone swords.
Yo.
Which means
Yeah,
that the
that's what I
Inari
was trying
squad's
to
going
get
to
at.
continue. They're probably going to head to the Nachmund Gauntlet.
Yeah, which makes sense.
I mean, the Dark Eldar are already there, so.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, unrelated question, but do you reckon Sevatar is genuinely dead?
I think he dies.
No body, no dead.
Yeah.
No, wait, I thought they confirmed he died in the Night Lords omnibus.
They speculate that he's dead.
Okay.
He is a popular character. If Games Workshop want to, he will not be dead. That also is the case for Yarrick and all the other ones. If we said he was dead. Yeah, the Imperium was just wrong, or he was on a secret mission, or he was in hiding, or he was off doing something else.
No, like specifically for the Yarrick, I think they noticed the model wasn't selling as well, so they took it away, and they're waiting for people to have more interest in him again, and then they're gonna re-release it.
Oh yeah, 100%. But like,
Yeah.
It's that thing of like, oh, Games Workshop have said that like this is. It's like, yeah, and that will change on a dime.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is an entire setting made up entirely of soft retcons.
Yeah, it's...
And it's infuriating sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Personally, I don't want Sevatar to come back. There's I'm of the mind where if you're going to add in more characters into 40k, at least for Chaos, don't make their history go back to the Heresy. Like,
Also, the Night Lords are just more interesting with him gone.
yeah.
Mhm.
I like the Night Lords as bands of mercenaries that are in it for themselves.
Yeah.
I don't want another Legion formation coming back. I'm actually like I'm of the mind where I want, if you're going to introduce new characters, I want them to be of more recent stock. Like fucking Luft Huron. I want his model to be updated.
Oh hell yeah.
Because Luft Huron is supposed to be the renegade. He's supposed to be the Lord of Renegades. The pirate lord for Chaos.
And I think he would
the-
make a really interesting model, given that his body is like, what, 90% cybernetics now?
Correct.
Yeah. That'd be a really cool model.
Because, like, he hasn't been updated in years.
Well, a new model.
Yeah,
is,
a new
is
model.
what I meant.
Because
Yeah, something that's like a mix between his old Forge World model and the old Huron Blackheart model.
yeah, I would love Ghost Razor to come back. I love Ghost Razor. Ghost Razor was the name of his lightning claw, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which honestly is a really cool
if-
name for a lightning claw.
If you were going to do a Night Lord's special character and people are like, oh, you should do Sevatar, I'm like, yeah, it's, I think, way more interesting. I agree with you on this. If they did, like, it's a Night Lord, he is a Night Lord's warlord, and he is less than 100 years old.
yeah, I want that kind of thing.
Like-
Like, he's a rising force.
Also, give me a Hansu model, GW.
Hansu, you mean?
Hanso, whatever.
The Iron Warrior guy.
Yeah, he's an interesting character, but he has an interesting dynamic because he has Imperial Fist Gene Seed,
Which
and he's in the Iron Warriors.
and he's a creation of
I mean-
Fabius Bile, essentially, too.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, if you want my tinfoil hat theory in terms of product releases, my theory is that going forward with looking at where the Chaos range is at the moment, in terms of what needs to be updated and what hasn't, if we just ignore bikes because bikes need to get updated, the next big-ish project I think they will have for generic Chaos Space Marines is doing a series of probably special characters and also upgrade sprues for the Chaos Space Marine Legions which are not aligned to a specific god. So Word Bearers upgrade sprue, a Night Lord's upgrade sprue, Iron Warriors upgrade sprue, and Alpha Legion upgrade sprue.
Yeah.
Similar to what like the Imperial Fists, the White Scars, and all that get. It won't be. They're not going to get full codexes. They're not going to get full releases in that regard. But they'll get stuff that'll let you pay GW more money to customize your models.
yeah. No, we're not gonna be getting a Legion specific non-aligned codex anymore like that.
Yeah, they're not going to do Codex Supplement Iron Warriors, Codex Supplement Night Lords. They're just not going to do that because they're also not going to release models to accompany it. And the policy is, if it doesn't have a model and it doesn't come in the box, it's not in the rules.
Yeah, and all they're probably just gonna do, you know, as you said, special characters and upgrades, bro.
Yeah. Each of them will get like similar to like Jagati Khan and not Jagati Khan. No, yeah, I do mean Jagati Khan.
Yeah.
The Kuroso Khan, the Night Lord, the White Scars character, Lysander, the one for the Iron Hands who I don't remember the name of. Yeah. And Vulcan Hestan and Agaton for the Salamanders. Like, it'll be one or two special characters per legion, essentially, that reinforces that thing, like a unique Warsmith for the Iron Warriors or something like that. A unique Raptor character for the Night Lords. And that will come out eventually. Like that will be, and that will be either 11th or 12th edition, or possibly split over 11th and 12th edition. Because you look at the Chaos Space Marine range at the moment, there's not a lot of older stuff there that needs to be updated. You know what I mean? Like, it's like multiple kit releases, and Games Workshop like selling lots of plastic to people.
This is a perfect example of why you should never trust the fandom wiki for 40k, because it says the Iron Hands are successors of the Stormwalkers.
What?
What? Oh my god! I thought I was clicking on the Lexicanum, but I accidentally clicked on the wiki instead.
I mean, originally, if you want to go back to Rogue Trader, the Ultramarines were technically a successor chapter. That's
and the Iron Hand you were thinking. I think the Iron Hand you were thinking was Cardan Stronos.
No, it's the one that has a model right now.
Oh,
he's in the Space Marine Codex, and he has a model. He's like he's essentially a unique tech marine. For the Iron Hands, I don't play Iron Hands, so I don't like use him.
Does anybody?
Iron Hands players, all three of them.
Shots fired.
What Primarch do you think will be next on each side? I think Fulgrim's
Russ.
coming back.
And Russ.
Shut the fuck up.
It's Fulgrim and Russ. Like, it's like
after Fulgrim. We already know Fulgrim's coming back.
Well, like that's like the interesting thing, because if you look at the campaign books they brought out this edition. They brought out Leviathan, Pariah Nexus, and Nachmund, which were like the three fourth Thronic War onto that. And so it's like, okay, so what's the end of edition campaign going to be? Because they've been doing that for the last 3 editions now.
I think it's going to be Fourth Tyranic War and the Assault on Terra.
No, I think it's going to be Space Wolves versus Orcs, because Orcs haven't done anything this edition yet.
Yeah.
No, they're in the Nachmund Gauntlet.
But not
splinter
like
groups of them, yes.
Orcs are everywhere, but like Gazgul hasn't done anything this edition yet.
Fair enough.
And he has to go make kissy faces with Ragnar Blackmane.
But yeah, other than the fluff stuff, we got tons of new missions. We got tons of new stuff. We actually got a new wounding table, which is way more brutal than before. Like, where is it? Where did I throw that wound table? There it is. Oh, no, that's battle traits that you can get for upgrading your units. Where is the I got hurt table? Where's my I got hurt table?
No.
Battle scars. Yeah, the battle scars page. The worst one that you can get for a battle scar in this campaign is Deep Scars. Each time a critical hit is scored against this unit, that attack automatically wounds the target. Essentially, everyone gets lethal hits against you.
Yep.
That's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That is straight fucked.
My favorite things going through it was the Deep Strike mishap table.
Oh yeah, where was
It's
that
like-
again? I'm trying to find it.
Oh, it's come back.
Weapon modifications, the Sanguinarian War. Strategic goals, Mighty Champion, Marauder Alliance. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry, chat. I'm trying to find it. So much stuff in here, though.
That was one of the things that was legitimately one of the things I was surprised wasn't in the book, because they sort of allude to it, was like an ally system.
Yeah, there is an ally system in here.
Yeah. Sort of.
What I really like from the book is surgical deep strike.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, it incentivizes you to take more risks, which I really like.
mm-hmm.
Tactical Reserves, page 90.
No, that's the thing where you're holding part of your army back, which is really cool, and I love that
Yeah.
as a force organization thing. That's like
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
It's a sideboarding mechanic for 40k, and it's just like such a good idea.
Also, the new mishap table.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to find the mishap table.
I have it in front of me. Basically, D3 for a result of 1 to 4, and D6 for a 5 up. And most results end up in battle shocked.
Yeah.
On a 2, your unit goes back into reserves.
Trying to.
On a 4, one enemy unit within 9 inches can make a normal move of up to D6 inches.
Yeah.
And
Keegan, to assist boss, what page is that on?
oh, I'm not on a page. I have it on a screenshot.
Oh, well,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just have to open my eye. Ah, Deep Strike Mishap and Deep Strike Test. Here it is. Found it. Page 97 of the book. Yeah, we got, like, Precision Strike. Your unit can act normally this turn. Hurled into battle. Your unit must take a battle shock. Off balance. You are battle shocked. Deep Strike Mishap. Your unit suffers a Deep Strike Mishap. Roll 1d6 and consult the Deep Strike Mishap table. 1. Dangerous Ingress. You suffer D3 mortal wounds and are battle shocked. Recalled under fire. You receive D3 mortal wounds and must be placed in strategic reserves. It cannot be set up on the battlefield this turn. Off target, you take D3 mortal wounds. And when doing so, set up. Anticipated. Your unit suffers D3 mortal wounds and is battle shocked. One enemy unit that's within 9 of your unit can make a normal move of up to D6. Misdrop. Your unit suffers D6 mortal wounds, is battle shocked, and until the end of the turn, it is not eligible to declare a charge. Disaster. Your unit suffers D6 mortal wounds, is battle shocked, and until the end of your turn is not eligible to shoot or charge. Hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
there's tons of new missions and such, along with new agendas. By the way, they're probably going to release a new tournament book and cards, so it's probably going to be based around Nachmund, so be ready for that. Other than that,
They're probably gonna announce that at Adepticon, which will mean it will be in play by the first US Open, I believe, later this year.
probably.
Like that'll be the
Which, by the way, there is an Edmonton tournament, which is 4 hours away from where I live. If you want to help me get there, please donate. And yes, I will consider all these also going to the Fire Warrior review. So double incentive. But we got some new interesting maps, along with some new interesting objective setups. I like these a lot. There's just one map where all the objectives are in a straight line. All of them are in a straight line. That's funny to me. We have one map where it's Final Stand, where the opponent, where the defenders get an 18-inch box vertical, but lose 6 inches horizontally. So you get a longer deployment zone, but it's not as wide. Whereas the opponent gets their full deployment zone. There's another one where it's Beachhead Offensive, where you essentially get an 18-inch half circle as an attacker, and the opponent gets the rest of the board. they get to set up anywhere on that board.
That's probably my favorite map because I like those types of maps where it's clearly attacker versus defender.
Yep. There's the gauntlet where the one side where the defenders get essentially a Tetris piece where it's just like an H or an N, and there are 3 deployment zones: 2 for the attacker, 1 for the defender. The defender gets to deploy in the middle. And the attacker gets the other 2 board edges. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's also a campaign which is interesting because it has that thing of like, oh yeah, so you normally when you play 40k you like don't really care about the mission, you just kind of roll around and like do a bunch of secondary objectives. Yeah, not in this.
Yeah, no. If you are forced to play the primary, whether you like it or not, because as the if I can speak fucking clearly, if your opponent gets 10 points ahead of you, you lose instantly. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah. Yep.
You have to play the main objective.
Which sucks for me.
What's that? Custodes player having a bit of trouble securing the objective?
Yes. I'm having difficulty performing.
I mean, the Custodes be good in all the defensive ones. They just basically park on the objectives.
Yeah. But if I have to assault an objective, I am screwed. That's going to be a very hard fight.
It's almost like there are different branches of the Imperial military for doing that.
Yeah.
Which, it sucks, because, like, there is something that bugs me about the fluff section of this book. It's very much like trying to be like Sisters of Battle versus the Forces of Chaos. But it really isn't. Like, we get Celestine, we get, what's her name? I'm trying to remember her name. She's the girl who has the, flag bearer with her.
Scrolling. Try and find it.
We get those 2. And another canoness. And they're hardly talked about or mentioned. And I don't know, this feels like Chaos is supposed to be like the main character of this book, essentially.
I mean, I'm not mad about that.
I'm not mad about it either because I play Chaos, but like there's a point brought up in the book where an Inquisitor shows up and he defends like the major strong point of Sanguiterra, and it's revealed that he and another group of Inquisitors are wanting to close the Nachmund Gauntlet.
Which, why?
As they put it,
because Chaos is coming through it.
Yeah, Chaos is coming through it.
I know that's his reasoning, but it's dumb.
They're Inquisitors. They're supposed to be fucking dumb. But, yeah, like, fuck Imperial Nihilists, because that's a faction now within the Inquisition. Fuck Imperial Nihilists. Very short-sighted, very much like, nah, we need to protect what we have, kind of a thing. Basically just showing even more that 40k is making criticisms of those kinds of groups. But,
yes, isolationism bad.
Isolationism bad. Who would have fucking thought? But, yeah, that's a new faction within the Inquisition. At least for the Nachmund Gauntlet. Now, does he succeed? No. He essentially, like, his forces get fucking, bombarded by nukes. And the only reason, like, he barely survives is because, and I quote, he saw a group of nesting winged cherubs fly away, which alerted him to something being very wrong. And that's the only reason he survived, is because he reacted just in time.
Which, I love that GW is continuing the Night Lord's tradition of fuck it, we're just gonna nuke it.
Fuck it, we ball. The strategy.
Yeah. Like, that has been, like, whenever they come up in lore, they always end up nuking their objective for some reason.
Yeah, because, like, fuck. They do make a great point that whenever Chaos was fighting, it was every fucking inch was punished. So, like I said, Harkin makes a deal with a demon. That demon marks some Marines for glory, gives them, like, extra special suit power, that kind of thing. And these guys are deployed, and the Death Guard forces that are deployed, they're running a gauntlet of overlaid fire from the Protectors of the Covenant, which is a Space Marine chapter, and several Guard regiments and a Titan Legion. And it's not like, like Guardsmen on one side, Marines on the other, Titans at the end. No, it's overlapping fields of fire.
Which,
So,
I mean, it makes sense because the planet is supposed to be a fortress world.
but I like that. I like reading that. I like seeing that. Because, like, the Death Guard, like, got punished for their tactics. Because the Guardians of the Covenant are just like, nah, we don't play that fucking game. We're not getting close to you. Like, it's actually brought up that the Chaos Lord is so frustrated with that battle because he can't do the tactics that he prefers.
Your standard Death Guard tactics.
Yeah, I want to get close and punish
towards
them. Yeah, like, get up close, punish them. But he can't do that because the Guardians of the Covenant are like, okay, the Death Guard have made it to line 4.75. Fall back to line 6.2. And they just fall back.
I find it absolutely hilarious that while this is going on, the Night Lords are just like, you fucking idiots. We could help, but we're not going to because it's just too funny.
Yeah, no, like, God, like, I do complain that this book is just a big ball of nothing at the end of the day, but, like, at the same time, there's fun
It's very
shit.
entertaining. It's very entertaining.
Also, to be fair, reminding people that, like, chaos isn't a united thing.
Yeah, no, it's very clear that
is useful. Like,
they are just as divided as the Imperium is, if not more.
It's very clear that, like, they die. If they do their job, whatever. But, like, it's very clear he's kind of done with a lot of his allies.
Yeah. Because, like, that's, like, a little bit of like, they need to, like, they were for a while treating chaos as if, like, well, chaos is the still, like, united thing, and it's all these forces, like, arrayed against the Imperium, and it's like, no, it's not actually that unified, and really it's basically, like, Abaddon has the issue that, like, the longer his campaigns go on, the more of his allies will bleed away into their own petty bullshit, basically.
Yeah, that's one thing that I really like pointing out to people about, like, the Black Crusades and Abaddon, is that Abaddon is not a politician. He is not a guy who you follow because, like, he's charismatic. He has to essentially wrangle all these idiots together out of mutual interest and, like, hey, you made a deal, follow fucking through, or else. Mm-hmm. And then if someone says, or else what, he then demonstrates on them.
They make it clear he is not Horus.
Yeah, he's not Horus. He's not pretending to be. And this is why, like, a lot of people also need to remember that Abaddon is not a Primarch. He was a frontline field commander. His goal is not galactic conquest. It is literally just burning everything in front of him. That is his job.
Yeah. Burn the Imperium to the ground. That is his goal.
He is arguably more powerful now than a Primarch ever was, but that's because
Stats
of
don't reflect it.
shenanigans.
Stats don't reflect it.
I know, but he's supposed to be.
But
he definitely doesn't have the mind of a Primarch, and they make that very clear.
No, that does not mean he's stupid, by the way. He is
No.
very intelligent. Like, when Vashdor popped up in Arcs of Omen, his immediate reaction was, okay, what the fuck is this thing gonna do to fuck me over this time? That's essentially like
Which is
his
the
first thought.
appropriate response. It's a very appropriate response to Vashdor.
He
I mean, yeah,
learns.
the irony of that whole encounter is that Vashdor didn't.
Fine print that I need to worry about. No, do X, you get Y.
Yeah, no. If you do this, this is mutually beneficial to both of us.
Yeah.
In
Which,
terms
like,
of what we want.
which throws him off completely, which is hilarious. Because he's, like, so ready. He's got, like, the fucking mastermind Webster in his head, ready to go. And then Vasher's just like, do this thing, and I'll give you this.
Mm-hmm.
What? I want this, and I'll give you this.
Yeah.
I'm a merchant. Like, it's, like, I deal in weapon.
It's yeah, me doing this deal is very much in my benefit, but you're also getting things that benefit you out of it, and I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
No.
Vashdor is very upfront.
It leads to such a weird relationship for them, too.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
There's actually an interesting idea that someone came up with, and I like this concept when I read it, and I kind of hope this is sort of a GW's thinking on it. Is actually one of the reasons Vashdor does that is because it means that Tzeentch can't predict what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Because Tzeentch is looking for the betrayal.
Yeah.
And, like, Vashdor knows that.
I haven't
So it's
heard that theory, but I like it.
I'm just like, yeah, it's that everything Vashdor does keeps him one step ahead of the four Chaos Gods, because he doesn't act the way any of them think he should. Like,
it's kind
and
of
I kind of like
perfect.
that. Yeah.
Well, like, also, he has the logic of a merchant. Like, yeah, I could backstab you, but that's just gonna ruin my entire reputation, and no one's gonna want to deal with me anymore.
Well, it's because he's Yuri Orlov from Lord of War.
Yeah.
Also, just a heads up, I am getting the Sonic X Shadow game up and running.
Yay!
God damn it!
Did you spell something?
No, I technically yes, but I dropped my comb in my paint pot.
I mean,
Red streak streaks by.
Watch the movie Lord of War. Lord of War is excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, I 100% see Vashdor doing the bit with when Nicolas Cage's character is talking to the African warlord, and he gives him he's like giving him like the gun rundown of all the pistols. The guy just picks up the Desert Eagle and just shoots one of his lieutenants with it, and he grabs it off and he's like, "Why the hell did you do that?" And the guy's like, "What are you? How dare you?" It's like, no, it's a used gun now. You have to buy it.
Which is
like, how do I sell? It's like, how do I sell this to anyone else? Like,
which
yeah.
having dealt with firearms dealers is complete bullshit. They don't give a shit if the weapon's used or not.
Yeah. Oh, do you know the story about that movie and firearms deal, like actual arms dealers?
Yeah, they bought a bunch of the one shot where they have over the airfield with all the tanks. Those were real tanks that were owned by an arms dealer that they were going to be selling.
We got a bot. We got bot in Twitch chat. Someone kill it.
Oh, I don't have a thing need.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. For everyone in chat, they had about, I think it was like 200 T-72s sitting out that were actually going out to another country, And it was cheaper for the production team to say, hey, we're going to give you 50 grand if you give us a day to shoot on location with
Was it dead?
this,
Did someone kill it already? Nice.
than to
Someone-
just make fake tanks.
Well, it's a mix of like a couple of those. Yeah, that scene is a happy coincidence because the guy you can play in two parts of it. It was cheaper for them to contact an actual arms dealer and get him to supply them with literally factories, like literally warehouses worth of firearms, than it was to buy fake ones. And he also said while he was there, while they were doing that, by the way, I'm also selling all these T-35s. Do you need these for anything? I have to ship them out. T-72s, I have to ship them out like tomorrow. I have to ship them out like next week. And they went, yeah, can we get them for this like wide shot in an airbase?
Which also, when they did that,
they got contacted by NATO.
Yeah, America went to DEFCON 3 and NATO started mobilizing the entire military.
Because they were filming it in Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
Like,
and they thought shit was about to go down.
It was actually about to happen.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're just shooting a movie.
By the way, chat, if you're wondering why I'm playing Sonic X Shadows Generations, is because I worked on a video for Lost in Spirals, and my brain, as I'm watching her, I'm like, how hard was this game to control? Because I see her struggling a little bit with the game, and, like, I'm genuinely curious, and that's why I wanted to play it, so I could understand what my boss was going through.
It doesn't look that fun to control.
So far, I'm... You know what? It might just be me being used to jank. As someone...
Sonic jank.
Yeah. Plus, I play Generations.
I like Generations. I genuinely do. I genuinely like Sonic Generations, and I like having the two different. I like having the two different versions of levels that I was familiar with. I thought that was cool.
What the shit?
Like getting the like the 2D version of like the opening from Sonic Adventure 2 was sweet. Like that is just a really cool level.
Oop! Fuck! Yeah, no, I could see why she was struggling a little bit here. Oh shit, okay, okay, I'm mashing, we're mashing. Go, edgy boy. But yeah, like, oh my god, it is just a lot.
Oh, have you played Sonic Mania?
Sonic... Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, so good.
Music by T-Lopes. Ooh, shit, that is disorienting. Holy shit. Am I getting old?
Yes.
But also game. Oh, jeez. But also these games are disorientating.
What the shit? Oh, that's lame. Whoa! What? Oh my god, he's hentai! Oh my god! Ah!
It's Scarrow the Conqueror.
Chat, I don't know when Shadow entered the warp, entered Zeech's realm, but we're here now. Okay.
I mean, if any Sonic character was gonna go into the warp, it'd probably be Shadow.
Or Omega.
Yeah.
The robot.
Go to the Himalayas, dance while it burns. That's a deep
Doobus
fucking
Goobus.
cut.
Doobus Goobus. And, top 10, fucking hottest Sonic chicks. Christ. Please don't look that
If you
video
understand
up.
that reference, guys, I feel sorry for you.
Please don't look that up. No, please do. It's genuinely hilarious.
It really is. It really is. I love those videos.
I can't remember. Did we decide that Shadow? Did we decide that Shadow played either Raven Guard or Night Lords?
I would say he plays Raven Guard. Shadow's not a I'm gonna torture you kind of guy.
Okay.
Not edgy enough. Dark Eldar.
They also torture people.
You cannot deny your fate.
I know what I
I
said.
mean, he's a bit of a power gamer, so he probably end up playing like some fun little Gary.
Bye, tentacle boy.
So what I was tracking was him.
Holy shit, this
Lego
mission took me 5 minutes. Really? I only got an A rank on that? Only an A? Okay, game. Okay, I'll take an A. I don't need to watch the cutscenes. Mostly because I'm worried that Sega will, like, give me shit over it.
But then how will you know the intense story that has to be told?
Yeah.
The intense story where, if you watch the movie, it fucks with you.
It's a masterpiece.
Man, I love the White Void. Man, I love,
Something calls to me.
what's the Mario game called again? Fucking, what the hell?
Oh,
That's the Shadow.
Galaxy?
That's the, not the Galaxy. Mario Bowser's Fury. Love that game. Good game. Love playing it. Just a fast little guy. Yes. By the way, T-Com, I need to ask, what was the game that you, what is that Battletech game? I didn't look at it yet.
It's about Clan Jaguar's War.
Oh.
Oh, but MechWarrior 5 Clans?
It's like-
MechWarrior.
It's MechWarrior 5.
It is a standalone MechWarrior 5 game. It is so much better than MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, though.
Yeah.
Really?
It runs on
yeah.
the same engine, though.
I thought it looked great.
It is no, in terms of like the gameplay, because you play as a clan star in it, and because of the power level, it means they can just throw waves after waves and waves of inner sphere mechs at you.
Yeah, no, I do remember, like, to make MechWarrior 5 more fun, I did install the mods that allow me to play with tech technology. With Fantech.
Yeah, unless you just get it, and it's it feels good. And also, the story it's a really good.
It's a really good story, actually.
It's a very, very good story because the Jaguars are like super important, but they're never really featured in any of the books, like in any of the actual novels about the Clan Wars. But the Jaguar plot arc is like really important to like the story of the war, if that makes sense.
No, makes perfect sense.
And also they're not good.
Oh no.
Like
no.
they're like the Jade Falcons were sort of like the designated bad clan for a long time in terms of like the novels, but like Jaguars are like yeah, they're like worse.
They make it very clear from the beginning of the game, you are not the good guys.
No,
on a
it's
scale
like-
of like
it's
1
like-
to 10, 1 being like we're fucking Cobra level of bad guy, to now you're just straight up like you're a fascist.
You're the Night Lords.
You're the Night Lords. Oh.
They're you're not the I wouldn't say you're the Night Lords. You're the Sons of Horus. You are like
Yeah.
we think we're honorable. Oh wait, you're not. Like we're massive hypocrites on top of everything else. Like if that makes sense.
We are bringing honor to the clan by liberating this world, and by liberating, I mean razing it to the ground.
Yes, but I'm liberating it with my guns.
Oh shit, this form is actually draining my resources. Oh shit. What the fuck?
Because it also like fully deals with like the idea of like, yeah, they come in and they're like, oh, we expect you to abide by all the rules of clan warfare. Are you going to tell us any of the rules of clan warfare? No!
Fuck you! We'll make excuses to fuck you over as much as we can.
No, they just straight up just don't tell the inner sphere what those are, expect them to abide by them, and then when they don't, are like, well, this justifies genocide.
Yeah. Like, hey.
Because they broke the rules of war. So we were totally justified in what we did.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Power.
Hey, if you guys fight this specific way, we'll fight in that specific way too. Well, what's this specific way? Figure it out on your own.
You should know that.
Yeah.
It's the way war should be fought.
Mutations.
You should already know.
You guys should have your own cuck chairs, basically.
Yeah, but like the thing is that like even in the lore, what happens is the Draconis Combine, who they're primarily fighting, figure out what the clan rules of warfare are, start using them, and the clans get pissy about it.
No, you're playing fair! Stop it!
You're supposed to let us win!
No one ever taught you about the... No one ever taught you guys how to lose, huh? Lose with fucking grit.
It's very much like when this shitty friend invites you to their house to play Halo, and then you beat them, and then they send you home.
A new power.
No,
I'm
I'm
good
the
about
one
that.
who's supposed to win the Time Stopper game.
It's my game!
But it's fine in the MechWarrior 5 clans. You just basically play the game until you get the Nova, and as soon as you get the Nova, you will win because the Nova is broken. It's great.
I think they patched it.
No, it's still just it's mechanically it's just broken.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I remember
you
they
can-
announced that they came out with a patch that fixed something about the Nova.
Yeah, it's fine. You just strip out all the medium lasers from its arms and replace them with the weight of small lasers, and you just run up to things and delete parts of them.
Have you tried deleting things? It's very fun.
Oh, it's fun. You just walk up to mechs and delete their legs.
Have you tried deleting things? It's a very good time.
Not just the mechs, but the
Oh, you want to delete the legs because then there's more salvage.
No, not the mechs, but the what are they called? The helicopter thing. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh god, what is the helicopter called?
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Is it a warrior? Is it the warrior helicopter?
It has the two rotors side by side.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one that is. Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah.
No, I got
Oh shit.
scared S-less when I played that game because I was playing it and I looked around at my target identifier and I saw an SRM carrier rolling up to me and I was just like, no,
That's it,
no,
yeah.
I know what that thing does in Battletech Tabletop. So an SRM carrier, boss, if you haven't seen the technical video for this thing, because there are vehicles in Battletech.
Yeah.
They're not as good as mechs, but some of them are terrifying because you can cram way more weapons on them for their tonnage. And an SRM carrier has like almost no armor. It is essentially a small box with a giant missile rack on the top of it, with 10 SRM 6s in it.
What?
And it's like 40 tons. It's like,
Yeah, if
Oh,
you
that
don't
gets me
get it
the-
out immediately, it will fuck you up.
in like tabletop Battletech, that gets in like 3 hexes or something. That thing is dead.
Yeah.
Like, or severely crippled.
It is priority target numero uno.
There's a later version which changes them into street SRM 6s.
What?
Don't do that.
Oh yeah. So for people that don't know how Battletech mechanically works, when you fire missile weapons in Battletech, you roll on another table to determine how many of them hit. Or how many of them like get on target. Streak SRMs are a technology that comes in later, which is you don't roll on the table anymore, just all of them hit. If you hit, all of them hit. So a streak SRM 6 is dealing 12 points of damage to a specific location. And most mechs only have about 15 points of armor on any location. At like a medium level.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not fun to get hit by that.
Light's probably only have like a 7, like 7 odd. The one I was sad about from playing it, and I don't know if they're going to patch these in later, is unfortunately the game doesn't have any of the clan second line mechs, which are a thing from the clan invasion.
That's a DLC, I'm pretty sure.
Is that coming out in DLC? Sweet. I will be getting
Yeah.
that because I want a clan hunchback.
Oh, I just experienced motion sickness.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I've never experienced that before. That's wild to me.
Out of my way.
Yeah, let me go to their Steam.
Oh, now I understand why my brother hates motion sickness. Oh god.
Plans, Trials of War.
I know that was multiplayer.
Yeah, Trials of War is multiplayer and it includes 12 more Omni-Map variants.
Okay, so they've not added the second one and stuff yet.
They said they are. They just haven't announced the DLC yet.
Oh, because people like them
Yeah.
in regular Battletech. People think they're sweet. Plus, you get to see some really cool moments from the clan invasion. For those people that know Battletech, you get to be on Turtle Bay when it happens.
It's a very fun mission.
It's a fun mission, and it's a fun thing seeing how clan leadership actually responds to it. Like, that's actually quite satisfying. Of like, no, they're actually not cool with this. Like,
I don't like that they're playing fair.
no. So Turtle Bay is a thing from the lore, which was that the clans from McGregor got held up for months on this planet called Turtle Bay, fighting basically Yakuza.
Oh.
Yakuza
And
with
they-
mechs.
They thought it was. They thought it was gonna be like how America thought Vietnam was gonna be.
Yeah,
Very easy.
They-
It's gonna be over in 6 months.
Mm-hmm. And they got drawn into this. Conflict with essentially the Yakuza, and then they got intelligence that the son of the head of the Draconis Combine was on the planet, being hidden by the Yakuza.
Oh.
Because Yakuza had done a deal with him. The grandson, sorry, of the head of the Combine at the time. And the Yakuza, eventually they smuggle him off world. He escapes from under the from the clutches of the clans. They try to ambush him and it doesn't work. So the commander of the Smoke Jaguar forces is like, pull my people back from the city. What? Pull our troops out of the city. They do. And then he bombards the city from orbit.
Yeah.
From a ship. Which is in Battletech, because they have these things called the Ares Conventions, which are essentially Geneva Conventions,
Yeah.
but for Battletech. Which is basically, we don't use nukes, we don't use warships to bombard planets, a whole bit, and like a couple of other. You're supposed to, if you take prisoners, you have to be willing to do specific exchanges, because of the whole thing in the Ares. But the clans also have this, that you don't attack civilian populations because it's wasteful. Like, warriors fighting other warriors is fine, but you don't blow up infrastructure.
Yeah, the whole point of these wars is for resources, and that is viewed as a waste of resources because humans are a resource.
Yeah, and it's like deeply dishonorable, and actually like, this is, to the clans, this is a crime that he does this. And the next thing you see of him in a cutscene is his Khan beating the crap out of him in like hand-to-hand combat.
Ooh.
Just kicking the crap out of him because they're having a trial of grievance, and the Khan is winning because
It's just something you do not do.
no. And also, like, none of his senior staff is coming to his aid either.
Yeah.
Now they're done with his shit, right?
Yeah, they're like we don't like, they like, and the Khan turns around and is like, you are all like, you are all being like censured because of this. Like, you're all like essentially reduced in standing, because the whole thing of clan culture is that if you succeed well, your genetics are more likely to be included in the next generation, and when you get censured, that you fall back in line in terms of that.
How was that a fucking S rank, but the other 3 weren't?
I don't think you got hit that time.
I got hit a few times.
But no one. But yeah, it's like, it's really interesting to see it, and it's that thing of like, yeah, we have to continue on from this, but we're also not happy about it. But like, the rest of the galaxy remembers this as just being an atrocity that they commit.
Hey buddy,
It's like-
I just did the like calculation on time to travel to Tacoma, Washington, United States. It's a 14-hour drive.
Yeah, we're not going to
Nothing.
Tacoma. Hopefully.
I've got a 12-and-a-half-hour drive. That's only another 2.
Yeah, and I don't want to go to
Yeah.
the States.
Or
I mean,
an hour
also-
drive, that's nothing.
Because, like...
That's apparently becoming a problem with the Wizards is facing at the moment, with the Pro Tour for Magic.
Really? No one's wanting to go?
A lot of high-ranking players are saying that they can't guarantee, because quite a few of them are trans, that they don't trust the US system at the moment.
I mean, yeah.
The con circuit is having the same issues.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really bad. Yeah, like, How do I put this? When you are arguing, politically, by the way, to have your allies thrown out of intelligence meetings because, and I quote, I want to annex them, you are not the good guy here.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, as what I'm saying, like, travel insurance that you can get for like healthcare and stuff. There's questions around whether that would be valid in the US if you're not acknowledging like the gender markers on the health insurance forms. Like, so like if you're in the UK, as an example, and you've got, or like in Europe, whatever, you've got a gender recognition certificate, you have to apply for health insurance, for travel health insurance, using whatever your legal gender is. And if the US is stating that that is not your legal gender, then they can also theoretically turn around and say we're not acknowledging that like your health insurance is valid. Like,
Or one of the big issues that I personally care about, because one of my friends is I'm sorry, it's new transition. I'm still getting used to it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You corrected yourself.
Yeah.
You're good.
that happens.
Yeah, no. Well, she announced it like a month ago, and I've known her for like 9 years, so I'm still used to calling she him.
No, totally. Fair.
Anyways, so like, she was a Marine, former Marine, and was relying on the VA for that gender affirming care, and now that's being put into question. And that's through the VA is the only way she can afford it.
Yeah.
So she's currently panicking right now.
But yeah, a lot of stuff apparently with people basically being like, you either need to give us assurances with regards to like the organization covering like potential costs, essentially, or you need to not hold these things in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem that Warhammer has run into as well. Because many players are also, it's getting kind of loud online that a lot of players are like, I don't want to go to the States.
Yeah, stop having the tournaments in the States, basically, was the...
Because if the States is going to act like this, we don't want to be there.
And as much as I love my country, and I was born here, I am going to fucking die here. I don't blame any of you guys.
I want to also address this. We are not saying the American people are bad.
Yeah,
We're saying the
I know.
current administration. I'm saying this as an
Yeah.
example. Because a lot of
Yeah, I
people
know.
are like, so we're all guilty by association? No. No. I
Just don't be near where it gets bombed.
Christ, brother.
You know it will happen, and you don't know if it will be your own people.
I have made it clear to my friend group, and I've made no secret about hiding this, is that if things pop off, I'm not married, don't have any kids, because this is not why I joined the Marines. This is not what I watch friends die for.
But they, yeah, like, a lot, like you said, like a lot of the Warhammer stuff, and like a lot of the tournament, it's like, I do wonder if having one of them in Edmonton this year is a response to that, because that was a new
Probably.
one announced. Like, wasn't it?
It probably is. Western Canada is way more popular with Warhammer than Eastern Canada for some reason. I don't understand why, but hey,
That's a weird. Because isn't Eastern Canada a lot more populated?
Eastern Canada is a lot more populated, yes, but like there's nothing to
Yeah.
fucking do out here. Oh god, this game is giving me motion sickness. I need to stop.
I'm surprised they don't have one in like Toronto.
Like a 40K tournament? Yeah, I was actually
Yeah.
telling announcer that earlier. It's like, I'm amazed they don't have something like in Ottawa or Toronto on the east side of Canada as well. Because
I mean,
that's where I think it was like 75% of the Canadian population is over to the east. Like,
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I'd be more surprised if it was like not in, like, I'm surprised it's not in Vancouver, frankly.
Yeah, genuinely, I'm. Do not get me wrong. I'm extremely happy that it's happening 4 hours away from me. Please, by the way, donate if you can. But it's why I'm super excited that like there's a tournament near me because I've always wanted to go to a Warhammer Open, right? And genuinely, this is like my biggest chance to go because it's not only just like games to play. It's they do reveals there.
Mm-hmm.
They do reveals, and I think in recent years they've started doing stuff like panels and stuff for content creators like you.
Yeah, and I would.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not big enough for that, so like, I would love to. I'd be honored. GW, please, please, please,
Hey.
please, 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 please.
Hit that subscribe
you
button.
think they're
Share it to all
watching.
your friends. Let's get Boss invited by GW to hold the panel. To
So-
go. Do it.
I'm
So I have to ask this. How much money would people need to donate for them to be able to choose your list?
I'm expecting an answer.
Oh God, to choose my army enlist.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay. Well, then
I
I'd have
feel
to.
like, well, it'd have to be a fully painted army, and right now you have
Yeah.
your Chaos Marines or your Ultramarines.
No, I also have my orcs.
You can make a
I will
competent
ship
2,000
you
point list.
my Custodes army.
I will not. I will not do that. I am. It is not the fact that like I wouldn't be honored. The fact is like I'm too scared. I feel like I would break something.
Already broken Santodes, okay? He's lost his arms.
He was
I still need to fix by the way.
disarmed. Someone
I
actually.
need to fix my
No.
brother Santodes.
No, he's unarmed.
Yeah, his spear is sitting on his base right now. I'm looking at him. He's mocking me.
Oh, hey, buddy. I actually got an email saying that my package was finally shipped after
Fucking
a week and a half
Christ!
after I ordered it.
So chat, my brother orders fucking the Autarch Asherman.
No, the Phoenix, Asherman, the Phoenix Lord of the Dire Avengers, a Falcon Grav Tank, and some really cool looking dice from like Fantasy Elves or whatever it is. And it was just, it's like 5 to 6 days. I ordered it on a Sunday. The order was confirmed on a Monday. And lo and behold, that entire week goes by, not a single word. The end of this today, I get it literally an hour ago. The email saying that your package was shipped.
Shit.
I mean, on the plus side, since you've got the, I assume it was the high elf fantasy dice.
Yeah, I believe so. They looked so clean, like the bright white with the nice blue.
But on the plus side as well, now you're going to get yourself scatter dice.
Yeah.
Scatter dice, that's that.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's like scatter dice, and there's some other random dice in there. But I also have Alpha Legion scatter dice. So
It's a scatter dice and artillery dice. You can do them for fancy. Oh god, I miss scatter dice in 40k.
Play Horus Heresy, you'll get it.
I mean,
It's
Not the same.
It
not the
might
same,
not
they're all
be the
Space Marines.
same. Yeah. But the cool thing is that you can just run a drop pod assault detachment, and on a 50-50, your opponent gets to control your drop pods. And then you scatter. Which
I mean, genuinely, if I was gonna do a heresy army at this point, just financially, I'd probably be looking at Custodes, just because then I could also use it as a 40k army.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Yeah, there's some 30K
Yes,
models that you
join
can
us.
get, but that's just the general idea, really.
I mean that already ended up doing like militia and cults, and just used my guard.
Oh, additional
Um,
stupidity added another Total War Warhammer 3 video.
nice.
Sorry, saying thoughts out loud.
No, you're good.
It's okay.
So, choose my army and everything.
That came out because I haven't been able to find a spare one. Because so when this comes out in the States, this is like one of the issues to watch out for. It's issue 25, I think it is. Because it will be in the States, it will be $15. I don't know what that will be Canadian.
Too expensive.
$15. But $15, and it has a full Wraithlord in it, full kit.
All right.
And it's like that's like a $40 discount.
How much is the subscription?
The subscription is the price of the issue, but you get 4 of them at a time. So it's like in the States, I think it's like $60 for a month, $60 a month.
That's not bad.
A little bit more if you go the premium, but the premium one gets you what they call premium kits every 3 deliveries or something like that, 3-4 deliveries or something like that. The first set of premium kits was full kits for the Hive Tyrant and full kit for a Brutalis Dreadnought. And they're like an extra in the UK. They're like an extra like £4 on top of your subscription every month.
I do
So
see a
it
comment
was-
here from Nikki. Nikki, I want you to understand something here. I know a lot of people in the U.S. military right now are very disappointed and very upset.
Yes, we are.
Please do not be upset with yourself. No one is blaming you for joining up unless you had the intention or goal of causing harm to those who cannot protect themselves. You are literally just trying to do what you need to do to survive.
Yep.
No one...
If you are joining up because of the whole current administration, I did love America and want to give back, that's fine.
Yeah, it's genuinely, do not feel bad for being a soldier. I had this conversation with my friend Spring. They felt guilty and ashamed for being a part of the military. And, like, they thought me and another friend would hate them. And we told them, no, because you joined up for altruistic reasons. And now the leadership is just horrible. You had no power in that.
Yeah.
So, like, please do not feel like you have betrayed anyone or like you are a disappointment. It's how you choose to do things from here on is what you will be judged upon. But yeah, like your actions speak louder than words, but your choices and reasons for it do also have to matter.
And Nikki, remember, you can refuse an illegal order. That is the nuclear option, and you have to be. There will be consequences to that,
Yeah.
but you can do it.
Gonna change the tag to just chatting now.
Yeah.
Not playing Shadow Generations.
So was it like a motion blur kind of thing that was
I
making you
don't-
nauseous?
I have no idea what was making me nauseous. I think it was like the movement of some like the kaleidoscopes.
I got paid
slightly-
today. I'm gonna look at 40K models and make terrible decisions.
I was gonna say, yeah, slightly in relation to looking at 40k and making terrible decisions. I went to play D&D tonight with my group, and I was walking into the store where we were playing, and they had all the Imperial Guard release wave stuff like on a table, and I was like, "Oh, I could get the codex because I could use that." So I now own a Guard codex. Do you know it has a name generator at the back of it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
What?
you can generate. It's a name generator for tanks.
How did I never know this?
It's pretty sweet. Like,
Yeah, Nikki, you do not have to justify joining the military. We
Yeah,
understand.
no.
But now I have to make a list of what the fuck I own, just in case. Like, God, how much would I charge someone for that? Well, I'm going to a competitive tournament. Well, hopefully I can go to a competitive tournament. That's if I can get a ticket in there, because I don't know how fast this shit sells out.
Well, we don't know how many slots there's available.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't get the 40k one, you could probably get into the Heresy one. That will be less attended.
I
Let's
do want to
see.
go into the competitive one because I want the content idea, right? Like, this is my first LV. Like, this will be my first Warhammer Open.
How big is the Edmonton Convention Center?
We don't know which one it is just quite yet. It's like we'll learn everything literally tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock our time.
Well,
When does the Emperor's Children go on sale for you? What time is it?
Midnight.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I have to be paying attention. Like, I'm not
Is that
going
why
to
you-
bed tonight.
if you miss it, let me know. I'll reach out to my people. See if I can get you a box.
Hopefully, I'm like, if I can't get it, whatever. I'll just try my best to get Fulgrim, I guess.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I mean, you don't like, if you can't get it, like, for whatever reason, you could always just, raid the storage warehouse that they have in Canada.
Phantom Titan Distortion Cannon.
Well, if they are having it at the Edmonton Convention Center, it's 80,000 square feet of space.
So not small.
So, yeah.
Well, it's not small, but they could also be trying to hold it inside of one of their bigger hotels like they do
Yeah.
at Vegas. Do have some decent space, but it's gonna be like maybe an eighth of the size of the Vegas one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish none of the Phoenix Lords were still out of stock.
Try third party. I actually saw a fair number of third party websites had a decent amount of them, at least here in the UK.
Yeah, like the only Phoenix Lord that's not out of stock, or there's two actually, the Mugen Ra and Asherman.
Well, Nikki, before you leave, boot camp isn't hard. Just do what you're.
I mean, I will say that Asserman's a good one to get because obviously they go with the
Dire Avengers.
Dire Avengers. Well, they go with the Dire Avengers. You get the new Combat Patrol.
I actually, you can ask my brother on. I think it was was it Sunday last week or Tuesday that I was at your house and I built a squad of 5, and it was the old ones where it's just like the bodies was matched up by letters.
Oh, right,
The
yeah.
thing was numbered, and I'm sitting there staring at this like, holy crap. Only thing older than this kind of plastic sprue is a goddamn resin sprue.
Yeah, holy shit.
I mean, I say that as I am literally holding a original Jane Czar model in my hands.
Oh, I have a original Jane Czar metal model there,
Yeah.
just off to my right, sitting right
Yep.
beside the new Mugen Raw metal
Yeah.
model. But I also have the old Fugen model and the old Asherman model right beside those as well.
I mean, to be fair, in both those cases, those were the current ones up until like a month ago.
Yeah, but all three of them are metal.
Yeah. Oh, the metal models are just better
Yeah.
because they're less likely to break, especially with Eldar bodies.
Yeah, the cool thing about the brain farting Jane Czar is that her little like shuriken kind of throwing weapon, you can actually have it detached because it's slightly magnetized.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that's bothering me on the websites though is that you can purchase a Warwalker's unit for $100, but if you look at the Warwalker model as an individual, it's sold out online.
Yeah, because they're repackaging them. Yeah.
You can't even like make it a squad though.
Yeah, you can. They come in squads. I think they can be one, but you can take them in squads. You can take them in squadrons of 2.
Dude, I made so many fucking Eldar lists. Oh yeah, that's right. I had it in the mobile armor list, I think.
Get my tabletop simulator set up so I can run my absolutely ridiculously stupid 2,000 point all Phoenix Lords and Aspect Warriors list.
Are the squads for the warriors like squads of 5 or 10 shining spears? Because that could only be 3.
Yep.
Okay.
It has this list has 3 has, right, if I remember correctly, it's Asserman and 10 Dire Avengers, Jane Czar and 10 Howling Banshees, Fugen and 5 Fire Dragons, Mugen Ra and 5 Dark Reapers. Lycus and 5 warp spiders, 10 striking scorpions, because the app wouldn't let me add Legends Corandris to it.
Unfortunate.
I know, it's dumb. And 3 shining spears.
Like 3
and it's
squads or just one unit?
No, just 3, just 1 unit of 3 shining spears and an Avatar of Cain. It's almost exactly 2,000 points.
Yeah.
With Asserman as the warlord, because he should be
The original Phoenix Lord, of course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you tell them about the 2v2 tournament there, bud?
No, I haven't brought it up yet because we haven't done anything with it, right? And they're talking more like it's a campaign more than it's a tournament.
Really?
Yeah, have you not been paying attention? They're talking about like 3 months.
Nice.
Which which we can't commit to because your job and my job.
Well, they also work, so. But yeah, I thought it was a tournament.
No,
but
it's not
if
a
it
tournament.
wasn't-
It's a campaign, I guess.
Yeah, so there's the idea originally behind it was a 2v2 tournament, 1,000 points per player. And my 1,000 points was the Avatar of Cain for my warlord. That's my only character. Then I had a squad
Okay.
of Shining Spears, Shroud Runners, a 10-man squad of Striking Scorpions. Wraith, if you listen to what my brother's list is, you'll understand kind of why I'm going into the face. But with running the Shroud Runners, it's just to take away cover with their long rifle.
But it's my Chaos Lore with jump pack, so it's AG. I gave him the surgical precision enhancement from the creations of Bile Detachment, so he gets precision on all of his melee weapons. We have a sorcerer, just base sorcerer. A legionnaire squad with Havoc autocannon and heavy bolter, and a chaos icon. Everyone else is like bolters and bolt pistols. Then we have a squad of chosen at 10 men. 2 Havoc squads, one with missile launchers, one with autocannons, and then a Raptor squad with 2 melta guns. In 10 men.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like I'm getting in your face and running interference, and he's just gonna gun you down, pretty much. That was the idea behind it.
I say bring it on.
It'll be interesting to see if you amend that with the Emperor's Children coming out, because the...
Oh yeah, I want to
the-
use Emperor's Children in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think people are saying that the Emperor's Children launch box plus the combat patrol is pretty close to like 1,500 points, so you could easily make a 1,000 point list from that. Although I was reading someone doing some math hammer earlier today on the new Noise Marines, and they're gonna put in work.
Yeah, they're
Oh yeah, they definitely will.
reading their stuff, I'm like, why does the Lord Exalted give Scout and Infiltrate to a fucking battle line unit?
Because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Christ. Like,
But the Lord Exalted can't go with Noise Marines though. So-
yeah, that's because the other guy's supposed to go with them, right?
Yes.
Very clearly defined guidelines. Also, oh god, there was a moment in the tournament that I played in. I literally said in my second game to my opponent in that game, I don't think I'll ever use the Obliterator's ability. The one where like you get indirect fire.
Really?
Yeah, I said I don't think I'll ever use it. Literally in the finals, literally the next match, I'm sitting here racking my fucking brain trying to figure out what the fuck to do. And then I'm like, wait, I can shoot at your stern guard. I can shoot at your fucking stern guard. And he's like, how? And I'm like, indirect fire. And he goes, who the fuck in your army has indirect fire? And I'm like, the Obliterators do. And he's just like, no fucking way. By the way, I really liked playing against this guy, because like anytime we both said we had abilities, we just got more and more excited.
At least you guys get indirect fire.
Firing detachment, I'm like, dude, I was like, I underestimated that detachment so badly. I gotta fix that fucking tier list. And he's like, what place did you put it in? I'm like, bottom. Like F tier, because I thought it was bad, because it was like way too fucking situational. And he's like, well, don't you feel like a dumbass? And I'm like, yep, I am the dummy.
I feel vindicated, because remember, I told you to put it higher.
You defended that shit. And you know what? You were right. But like fucking he pulled out the flare shield, like the fiery shield. And I lost a squad of Marines because of it. But then I pull out fucking Chosen can charge, can advance and assault the same turn. And he's like, oh shit. And then I burn one of my guys with my My master possession got in fucking work in that game. Holy shit. It was boom. My brain exploded. Chat, like,
Fucking annoying. It took so many turns just to get rid of them, and I gave up getting rid of them. I went and killed other things.
it's people are like, Chosen are bad. Why are people taking Chosen? I'm like, Chosen are cheap Terminators. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. They get 3 wounds.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah,
only...
but they're not. Yeah, but they're not showing up in top table like meta lists from like LVO that everyone copies.
Yeah, because like everybody's
Like-
spamming like fucking forge
This
feeds
is
and stuff.
not food. Okay, thank
Well-
God.
Well, like that's the thing. Like someone was pointing out, like about I was seeing this discussion about the new Noise Marines again, which average 6 to 9 powered armor Marine models a turn. Oh well, it doesn't wipe an entire squad. It's like, yes, it does. If you have a meta game where everyone is running 5-man squads, which is what we do currently.
Well, it's because it's what they're limiting us down to, especially with all the new boss release.
Of intercessors, not a 10-man squad of intercessors.
Like custodians are superior.
I love how
I
you're
mean,
so
you just
far
have more.
away.
You just have more wounds and like ridiculous saves and stuff.
Well, yeah, the saves,
Um,
but also the current meta for custodians is 6-7-man squads usually.
Just Death Star all the way. But like that's what someone was saying is like this squad. The reason it's going to be scary is not necessarily because of the damage output, but the damage output in this environment, in an environment of small squads.
Yeah, it's... And everyone's got to remember that 40k is a game of chance at the end of the day. Your dice rolls could either roll really fucking hot, and your opponents could roll real fucking shit.
Abaddon with 10 termies.
Yep.
Really fucking hot rolling on saves, which were bullshit.
You killed him with Mind War, relax.
Do you realize how little that fucking landed the entire tournament?
Very little.
Yeah, it was the one time it went off was against Abaddon. And I used it every single chance I got.
Did you win your second game? Right, yeah, I was across the table from you. We both walked through our second game so easily, like, holy shit. My opponent, like, handed me the game turn 1 because he infiltrated his Cryptek and a squad of Wraiths right in front of me. Like, right in front of Abaddon and his Terminators and my Master of Possession and his Chosen. And I'm like, you are aware I'm going to tear through that, right? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. I then murdered both fucking the Void Dragon and that squad.
Like, in our match, in the video, you'll see I turned the entire one corner of the board into a giant gaggle.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna be a
I
fuckfest in the
I turned the match into 4-turn slogfest. And it was me learning how to play the fucking detachment because it was my first match playing with the new Eldar Codex. And I wasn't even intending to play in the tournament either.
Holy crap.
I'm old.
Oh god, I'm really tired. I'm very low energy. I'm sorry, chat.
You even took a nap earlier.
I
that
know,
woke
but
up
like
from.
I burned myself on both ends, right? Because not only did I get a video done, I got 2 videos done this week. I also wrote up a whole script. So I overworked myself.
You say you're tired as I'm opening up another monster.
How many have you had today?
4.
You're dying early.
I already knew that. That is not news.
You're not gonna be able to hold your gun and die your own defending your country. You're gonna die of monster overdose.
What can I say? I'm a caffeine.
About it today is like a detailed breakdown of the sprues. That's cool. I did not see that.
I don't know why, but I just got an image in my head of an Emperor's Children, just Emperor's Children Legionnaire just sitting on a couch with a cigarette. Just like, let me tell you about the heresy.
You see the image? I think I put it on the Discord. Like how tall they are.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're just not doing the Primaris are bigger than other Marines thing anymore, are we?
No,
Like-
they're just making everything Primaris sized.
Good.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm okay with that. But like, so they really need to make New Thousand Suns then.
Yeah, they do. I need
Because
more than just fucking rubrics, dude.
Because they tall. Because they need to be tall. Well, like okay, so because theoretically, I think the thing that will get announced at I think it's Adepticon is next. Am I right? Is it Adepticon? Is that the next big convention that they're doing an announcement thing at? Probably.
Probably. Also, it's very clear that like chat's really dead tonight because like there's been a lot of things happening tonight. The Bimbos got a brand new reveal today for their new member called Brianu. So congrats to him.
Wait, who? What?
The Bimbos, the group that Speed's a part of.
Oh,
Yeah, they got a new member. And it was,
I was
his
like, who the
model
fuck are
reveal
the
today.
Bimbos?
They are a group made up of Viara VT, Sunday Gaming, Kai Pamba, Brianu, and Lost in Spiral. But yeah, like it's pretty quiet tonight. Plus, I'm just feeling dead, and I feel like I've been like very low energy, and it's not making anything good. So should probably like call it a night. Sorry, chat.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
figure out like the reward for like donating a lot of money to like I'll figure out like a donation goal or something. Or like
I will wait. I await with bated breath.
and I have to like get a list of all my models and everything. But yeah, until then, chat, please share my stuff around. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch, that kind of stuff. And beware that there is a new video coming out tomorrow. It is Halo 2 with Speed Part 1. So I hope you all enjoy that. But until next time, chat, you all have a fantastic night and take care.